CNN is done. Their reputation, their credibility is shot. It's over. There is no way, after people view this latest WikiLeaks revelations, after viewing this video, could have any amount of respect for this piece of trash, filth, propaganda machine of not only the State Department and CIA, but the corporate establishment. They are brown-nosing to the fullest extent that they possibly can to manipulate you, to keep the people in power that have ruined our basic way of freaking life. Now, if you want... Okay, these latest WikiLeaks emails, just put the final nail in the coffin. And I really don't understand how they could even exist anymore with this new information that came out. Now, we've been saying this for a number of years. We confronted their lead anchor, Anderson Cooper.
He didn't have any journalistic training except CIA training.
Who was never trained to be a journalist. He was trained to be a CIA agent, and then we talked about Operation Mockingbird with him. You have to look this up, and okay, whatever. We also confronted the founder of this network, Ted Turner.
Population control, saying you wanted to reduce the population to 95%. Extermination. You said you want a one-child policy, but you have 5 kids. Doesn't make any sense.
The youngest one is 40 years old.
You could see us hounding him down the street for a good while and confronting him because he is actually a eugenicist who calls for population control, meanwhile lives a total hypocritical life, and was the founder of CNN with his corporate establishment elite ties, especially with the Bilderberg Group. This is the founder of this news network. This is where this news network comes from. So it doesn't surprise me when today's WikiLeaks come out and show us a, quote, bombshell of how the CNN news network collaborated with the DNC on questions to ask Donald Trump when Wolf Blitzer was going to be interviewing them. Not only did they collude on questions for Donald Trump and Ted Cruz with the DNC, with CNN working together, but CNN actually solicited the DNC. CNN reached out to the DNC and said, we're going to be interviewing Trump. What questions do you want us to ask him for you? Showing you how they are not only... CNN is a puppet of the powers that be, of the current status quo. And they are doing everything. They have just shown to be the Pravda, the propaganda network, bowing down to power, doing their bidding, making sure to lie to you, to manipulate you. And to me, the mainstream media is the most powerful tool that we have in this entire country, if not the world, because knowledge is power. They manipulate that to trick you, to help the people who are in power. This is how the game is utterly rigged. And that's why we're seeing Debbie Wasserman Schultz having to approve the segment that they are doing. Donna Brazile, a former CNN contributor, was caught 3 times rigging the presidential debates, giving Hillary Clinton the questions that were supposed to be asked during a presidential debate that they were not supposed to know against Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders didn't have the fix that was in. Hillary Clinton did, and they lied, and they manipulated, and they rigged the system against Bernie frickin' Sanders. And CNN, when this happened, obviously CNN let loose Donna Brazile. But CNN said we had no idea this was happening. Bullshit! Utter lying, no respect for your intelligence. They're directly colluding with the DNC, and they're saying we had no idea that our presidential debates were being rigged. They should no longer hold debates at all. It also came out that the husband of CNN executives actually tipped off the Clinton campaigns of the network's polls numbers prior to their release. And it's not just CNN, it's the whole kind of Pravda media establishment that we're battling up against, like the Huffington Post, who the co-founder, Arianna Huffington, prefers covert influence, according to other WikiLeaks emails, and which the DNC and Hillary Clinton campaign see as a way to use Huffington Post as an echo chamber without any perceived conflicts, or even, again, using them as direct PR machines for their bidding. And it's not just Huffington Post, it's not just CNN, it's also the Washington Post writer who asked the DNC for anti-Trump research. And if that wasn't blatantly in your face, just direct rigging, collusion, lying, working together to screw you over, Newsweek has already issued printed, boxed, and is ready to ship their articles and their magazines declaring Hillary Clinton the winner of the 2016 presidential elections. When there is a journalist who doesn't follow every order lockstep and barrel, who doesn't do what he's told, who actually decides to be critical, who actually decides to do his job and inform the American public about what's really happening, actually does a service to you, well, they try to silence him and they complain to the news networks about that person and try to get them fired. Again, this is all released. This is all confirmed through WikiLeaks. The sources will be in the description below so you can fact check everything yourself. And then these media Pravda establishment have the audacity to attack organizations like Project Veritas, like WikiLeaks, saying that they have no credibility. Meanwhile, these utter decrepit, slithering snakes, brown-nosing pieces of filth are here saying that they're the most trusted name in news when they're utterly working together as the PR media establishment for the people who are in power. Yeah, it's nuts. And the only way to defeat them is to do their job better. Share this video with your friend. Whoever is watching CNN, share this video so they know and see the direct collusion that is happening between the utter con game that is played right in front of your eyes, that is finally being exposed. This is a wonderful opportunity to get this out, to make sure that they cannot exist anymore. And they cannot exist anymore if it wasn't for us watching them, if it wasn't for us participating in them. Once we all leave and go to real, independent, unfiltered, unbiased news reporting, once we vote with our dollar and support those organizations, then and only then we could get rid of them. But first, we got to get the word out, so share this video. Check out wearechange.org. We're building a team of writers, editors, journalists all over the country, all over the world, giving you the news articles every hour on the hour, breaking on our website, wearechange.org. Check out that website because, again, we know the game was in. We knew it for a very long time. We're preparing to take them over, and we can only do that with your help and with your support. Thank you again so much for watching. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more coming here your way on youtube.com/wearechange.